Anybody got a match?
Hey guys, it's Dan, your host here, Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be looking back on Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead and doing our full season review.
This is going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for Fear the Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be looking back on the season that was, Season 7 of Fear the Walking Dead, and doing our overall season reviews. So, I have gotten a chance now to kind of recuperate and kind of get my thoughts and kind of gather my thoughts, I guess, if you will, on Season 7 of Fear. You can now watch all the reviews on the channel right now for Fear the Walking Dead, from Season 7, Episode 1, The Beacon, to the Season 7 finale, Episode 16, Gone. So, you can watch all of those in the channel right now. Make sure to check those out if you want to know my thoughts on, the individual episodes and a little bit more in depth than what you're going to get here. But obviously, before we get into this video, I have a few things to share with you guys before we start getting into this. If you are a fan of Fear the Walking Dead, if you like Fear the Walking Dead, all the power to you. I mean, honestly, all the power to you. I am glad you enjoy it. Also, if you do not like constructive criticism, you are probably not going to like this video because I am giving you people notice. I am not going to hold back on this season. I'm giving you my honest thoughts, and I am not a Fear the Walking Dead hater. I will make that clear starting off this video. I want to enjoy this show. I want to sit here and enjoy this television show, but when they provide me with a season like this, I have no choice. So, obviously, that is one thing I will say before I get into this, because people are very judgmental, and obviously, we don't have time for that here, and obviously, I, share my honest opinion, and I will say everything I want to say about this season, okay? Every single detail. So, without further ado, now that we got that out of the way, let's give our thoughts on Season 7 of Fear. Let's get started with the episodes. Season 7, Episode 1, The Beacon, okay? And I guess I should say, before we get into this as well, too, unlike a lot of people that just say, fear is trash, everything's bad about it, everything's bad about it. No, if there's something I like in this video, I actually will say it. Because, like I said, I do think that even this season has small moments that are actually good. And I'll acknowledge those as well, too. Anyway, Season 7, Episode 1, The Beacon. I actually like this episode. I think it's very good. Strand and Coleman Domingo's performance in this episode was very good. He was an actual interesting villain, and I really liked his interactions with the Will character, as well as Will. I thought was a very interesting character in this episode, and him killing Will in the manner he did to keep Alicia away from his tower, to build the civilization that he wants to build for the wrong reasons, I think was a really interesting plot for his villain, kind of jumpstart for this season. I thought it was very good. Very good, solid, premiere. Episode 2. Absolutely horrendous episode. You get a Morgan and Grace episode trying to get their baby back that was stolen from a bunch of random strangers. Absolutely horrible. Grace is very annoying. However, she is dealing with PTSD. I can understand that, but for entertainment purposes, also hearing a baby scream for 45 minutes would annoy any viewer. Also, they recycle what they did in Season 6 of Fear the Walking Dead by bringing back Josiah, who is the twin brother of Emil. Very badly done episode. Episode 3, Cindy Hawkins. Very annoying episode once again. You have John Dory Sr. and June who are captured in Teddy's bunker. And he is hallucinating seeing a dead woman that has been dead for over 40 years, who later then we find out has been tucked away in this bunker the entire time. Horrible plot as well. Strand then later on captures John Dory Sr. and June and brings them into his tower. Repeating, like I just said about recycling, repeating the same plot as Season 6. Think about it. Morgan is out there. The antagonist captures his people in their settlement. Morgan then has a conversation with them over the walkie-talkie, threatening to wipe them out, and they use the same soundtrack, which is named Reborn, using the same soundtrack again. I mean, is that not recycling plots? I mean, seriously, it's the same thing, just with radiation and masks, which makes it even worse. So, that's a fail. Episode 4. Breathe With Me is a Sarah episode. Enough said. Bad character. Somehow looking for the entire episode, her twin brother, they call themselves twins. She looks for her brother, who is in a wheelchair, might I add, who then somehow managed to teleport out of a wheelchair all the way to Strand's tower, with no explanation whatsoever on how he got there. Bad episode. Also, they kill another dog in this episode, and you've got the twin brother who attacks Morgan. Once the dog dies, they make up, they make peace, and he goes his merry way. I mean, It is a horrible episode once again. Episode 5, Till Death, is a episode about trying to take a character named Mickey led by Dwight and Sherry, who go by the names The Dark Horses. Yeah, as if that's not cringy enough. They try to take someone named Mickey against their will into the community that is Strand's Tower. And not only that, Sherry does not agree with that decision, so she splits off from Dwight, leaving him out in the middle of nowhere, and trying to save Mickey, who they then end up fighting a bunch of walkers in a WWE-style arena, and then just going their separate ways. Yeah, okay, enough said. Bad episode once again. Episode 6 is Althea's last episode. This one is titled Reclamation. Absolutely horrible episode once again. You are dealing with more radiation, more yellow smoke, and them using a cannon to take out 2 CRM soldiers. Very impressive, guys. Very, very impressive. So, Althea leaves the show. I can't blame her whatsoever. I cannot say I blame her. This was an atrocious episode once again. Episode 7, The Portrait. Horrible episode. It's revolved around Strand, who is not happy about a painting that someone in his tower painted of himself, so he chucks it off the building. He then lets his enemy, Morgan, that is, lets him into the tower with a sick kid. Morgan is then inside the tower, chilling, having a drink with Strand. We then find out Morgan poisoned Strand, and even after he poisons Strand, Strand lets Morgan go, even though he poisoned him. Wow. That's some war for you. That is some war right there. Holy shit. So, yeah. Episode 7, absolutely atrocious once again. Episode 8 revolves around a flashback on Alicia, how she managed to escape Teddy's bunker from the end of Season 6. We find out she was bit and she didn't amputate her arm in time, so she's then fighting an infection in the current timeline, following a walker that thinks somehow has a mind of its own to lead her and her people and Morgan to a place called Padre. Okay, she thinks that the walker somehow knows how to get there. Yes, you just heard me right. That is literally the fucking plot of that episode. And we set up a war between Strand and Alicia that then, let's talk about the next one, because episode 8 was atrocious. Episode 9, we pick up 3 weeks according to Ian Goldberg. Apparently, it's 3 weeks later. Alicia is then captured, or not captured, but taken, in hospitality by this guy named Paul, who is mad that she broke his radio. So they try to go find radio parts. Somehow, they act like they're smoking pot. Friggin' Alicia then is somehow found by Arno outside of a music store, and he says the line. Let me remind you of the line that Arno says to Alicia. I knew I would find you here. How in the fuck did you know that she would be at a music place? I mean, out of all locations that Alicia would be at, I could understand maybe like, the submarine, I've been tracking you people, I knew I would find you here. A fucking music place? Are you shitting me? Honestly, that line is so easy to change. I saw your guys' vehicle outside of here. You think I wouldn't find that? I saw your vehicle outside of his house. The same vehicle that's outside of here. Literally, you could fix that dialogue so easily. But no, instead is, I knew I would find you here. Yeah, I knew that. I'm so fucking smart. I knew I'd find you here. I mean, seriously. And the whole episode revolves around a guy that then just gets killed at the end of the episode anyway, playing bagpipes so Alicia can get away. Horrendous episode once again. Episode 10. An episode about Strand wanting to collect butterflies. So he sends out this new kid that we don't give a shit about named Ali, who goes out to find butterflies, finds a girl named Charlie. They try to find elevator parts for Strand, who is not even in this episode, might I add. It's his butler doing all the work and sending these kids out to do their dirty work, even though he could probably go out there himself and do it way fucking better, but okay. So anyway, he goes out there, we have a love story between the two of them, and by the end of it, Charlie is infected by radiation because she went into that building, and, Ali is dead. That's incredible, guys. That is really fucking great. Even though Howard strangled you on the top of the tower, you somehow managed to scream when you fall off the roof. Gotcha. Episode 11, Ophelia. Daniel confused the entire episode, killing Arno and thinking that Ophelia is in the yacht, which she is not in, and looks nothing like the Abigail that he calls it. And the episode ends with them killing the leader of these people called the Stalkers. But even though they just literally did that, they're going to join a war that they're not involved in anyway, and they just murdered your fucking leader. I mean, yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Also, Luciana lies to Daniel just to make him believe that Ophelia is in the tower. She uses him, in other words. And at the end of the episode, Wes betrays the group and joins Strand in the tower. Wow. Again, atrocious episode. Episode 12 is revolved around a baby that they're trying to get out of the tower. Howard dies as a result. Absolutely horrible death, and it should not have been his time to go. He should have been, if you ask me, the one that should have continued on and betrayed Strand. Howard dying makes no sense. Also, John Dory Sr., his death, I mean, I swear to God, his outfit, he looks like fucking Spudnik, friggin' hashtag Ross from Friends. I mean, seriously. If anybody has seen that episode, you'll know what I'm talking about. I swear to God, that's what this fucking guy looks like. He walks through, gets bit, dies, Morgan gets the kid. And we have to listen to Karen David singing. Okay. Episode 13, The Raft. An actual enjoyable episode. I'm not going to lie. I actually enjoy Dwight and Sherry in this episode. And I really am happy for them that they're having a baby. I think that was a really good plot. And I think it was really good overall the way it was done. Wes, however, is a horrible villain. And Morgan ditching the war that he has been involved in since the beginning of the season just to leave with a fucking baby. Ask somebody else to go do it. Like, why are you leaving with the baby? Like, seriously, I do not understand why they had to do that. But, like I said, it's one of the only episodes that's not totally atrocious this season. Episode 14, back to the bullshit. Strand is leading a herd of the walkers to wipe out Alicia's army, who then, as soon as he finds out Alicia doesn't have much time left, he decides to turn the herd around, and all of a sudden, I'm concerned for Alicia's people, and I don't want to do this anymore. Then Wes is very trigger-happy, and somehow, even though Strand has had these people on his side for months, Wes can walk in there 48 hours, not even, and somehow turn Strand's entire army against him, which then, Strand then takes him out. Okay, that's really good. But then Alicia is pissed off because Strand killed someone that tried to kill her. I mean, what the fuck? Like, seriously. And the cliffhanger makes no sense. It doesn't go anywhere. Alicia is on the top of the beacon. Fire surrounding. Let's move on to the next episode. Episode 15, which is also the 100th episode of Fear the Walking Dead, might I add, is revolved around a dream sequence of Alicia following around her younger self. All a message to try to save Strand. Even though I do not understand how someone who can barely make it up the fucking stairs of the tower managed to take drunken Strand out of the tower into the friggin' MRAP. I mean, how the fuck did she get her... Well, either he got her there or, you know, she got him there. Either way, they're both fucked up. It makes no sense that they made it that far. And the episode ends with Alicia somehow getting over her fever over a nap and a drink of water out there in the middle of nowhere. Okay, and that's how you send out the Alicia character, and that's also how you make a 100th episode. Fucking horrible. And the season finale gone. We have Madison, who is capturing kids for a place named Padre, who is not even revealing where exactly they are, because Madison doesn't even know where they are. So, even though this place is so scary, she doesn't even know where it is, but yet she's going to keep capturing kids for this place. Horrible plot. However, I will say, I really enjoy the Morgan and Madison banter. I think Kim Dickens and Lenny James really saved this episode when it comes to the execution, and I think they did a really good job with that. Okay. So the episodes overall, I like The Beacon, I like The Raft, and I like Gone. Loosely. Beacon is probably my favorite episode this season. I actually genuinely like that episode. The Raft is... it's pretty good, but it has a lot of issues. And Gone is... it's alright. You know what I mean? Every other episode, yes, I am serious. All other 13 episodes are absolute dog shit. For me, at least, they're absolutely horrible. Now, let's talk about the characters this season. Morgan. He's okay. But poisoning Strand, that was a really rough move for that character. Alicia, absolutely annoying. Dwight and Sherry, actually very good. Strand, annoying. Howard, annoying. John Sr., annoying. June, she's okay. Grace, not good at all. I mean, she doesn't do anything. Sarah, Wendell, not good. Not my characters. Charlie, not my character. Daniel, can't stand him. Luciana, can't stand him. Wes, I can't stand him. I mean, shall I go on? I mean, seriously, the only characters I can say I enjoy are Dwight and Sherry. Sherry was one of my least favorites in Season 6. So that tells you something, okay? She actually has had a very big character improvement, and I actually can say I enjoy Sherry in the show. But I mean, that's horrible. Dwight and Sherry, the only characters I can say I somewhat like, somewhat enjoy. Oh, man, this show. So, okay, finally, last but not least, let's talk about the plots this season. Radiation. One of the worst, visually non-appealing things I've ever seen on this show. One of the worst things they could have ever done. Strand's Tower. Horrible plot, which also goes horribly wrong by the time it concludes. And finally, Padre. A location that we don't even see, and it's a bunch of child kidnappers. Enough said. None of these plots are good. None of these plots, and it's a miracle that we even have 3 episodes that are somewhat decent, okay? I am about to give a rating for this season that you guys are about to be shocked about. Keep in mind, this is just my opinion. I am giving this season a 1 out of 10. I know. I didn't want to do that either. I seriously didn't. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, Dan, this is just a fear-hate piece, isn't this? No, it's not. I am actually disgusted that I have to give that kind of rating. I'm actually disgusted. I want this show to be good. I seriously do. I know despite every bit of my complaining, I want this show to succeed, and this is what they do. Wow. Man, seriously, fuck you. Seriously, I gotta get that fucking thing out of here. Honestly, this season, guys, I'm about done talking about it. Seriously, I am about done talking about this. I'll probably do like a Q&A or something, but I am so done with this season. So that is it. That's my thoughts on Season 7 of Fear. 1 out of 10. I shit you not. 1 out of 10 is what I'm giving this season. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. And of course, guys, if you're new here, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss some of my videos for Fear the Walking Dead. Follow Dan's Walk Review, subscribe, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys very soon for another video for Fear the Walking Dead. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.